what if the secret to making real money online isn't in building an audience, but avoiding one completely? I just found something doing exactly that. And the numbers will make you question why anyone tries to be famous online. You see, most people think that to make money online, you need to show your face, build a personal brand, become some kind of influencer, and spend years creating content to build an audience. That is what everyone's been teaching, that you need to be the face of your business, that you need charisma, that you need to build trust through your personality. But what if I told you that's completely backwards? What if the most successful digital businesses are actually the ones where no one knows who the founder is? What if being faceless is actually an advantage? You see, I've been analyzing businesses that are generating tens of thousands of dollars per month, and they all have one thing in common. You've never seen the person behind them. No face, no personal brands, no social media presence, just products that solve problems. So in today's video, first, I'm gonna break down this one business that's making over 41K a month, and you'll see exactly how they're doing it without anyone knowing who they are. Then I'm gonna show you several other businesses doing the exact same thing, making serious money while staying completely anonymous. And by the end of this, you will understand not just how this works, but how you too can find success doing the exact same thing. So I found this business. It's called Ted's Woodworking. They sell 16,000 woodworking templates for only $67 on this platform called ClickBank. Now, if you don't know what ClickBank is, it's basically just a marketplace where people list their digital products and then other people, affiliates, can come and promote those products for a commission. The way it works is quite simple. Affiliates usually have pre-built audiences on YouTube. Maybe they have an email list, maybe they have an Instagram following, whatever it is. They built an audience and they are trying to find a product to sell to that audience so that way they can make money. So it's only natural for them to look for products they can sell and take a cut from. So they find your product, they post it on their Instagram story, or they make a TikTok reel with a link to the purchase page. And every time someone buys through their link, they take a cut of the sale. This is the exact approach that Ted's Woodworking uses. They focused on creating something valuable, in this case, 16,000 woodworking templates, and then they let affiliates focus on getting it in front of buyers who already trust them. This way, they didn't need to build an audience from scratch. They didn't need to spend years creating content. They just tapped into other people's audiences that already exist, and it worked incredibly well. This thing was pulling 200,000 to 300,000 visitors per month to its sales page in its prime. Now, all of those visitors came as a result of affiliates promoting this product to their current audiences, people with YouTube channels, email lists, Instagram followings, who were sharing Ted's Woodworking with their followers, and in return, earning commissions on every single sale. I mean, let's go ahead and actually think about these numbers for a second. Let's outline them. Let's say they were getting about 250,000 visitors per month on average. Now, even if you're being very conservative with conversion rates, let's say that only 1% of those visitors actually buy something. Well, that's still 2,500 sales per month. At $67 per sale, that equals 167K per month in total revenue. Now, because they're using affiliates to promote their product, Ted's Woodworking chose to pay out 75% commissions to the people doing the promoting. They didn't have to pay that much. That's just what they decided to offer to attract more affiliates. So out of the 167K, about 125K of that would have gone to affiliates, and Ted's Woodworking would keep about 42K per month in profit. And by the way, that's just with 1% conversion rate, which is actually pretty low for a product like this. If they had a 2% conversion rate, which is a lot more realistic for a well-optimized sales page, we're talking about 5,000 sales per month. That is $335,000 in total revenue, with about 84K going straight to Ted's Woodworking as profit. So we're looking at tens and tens of thousands of dollars a month in pure profit being generated by this digital product, all because they figured out how to tap into other people's audiences instead of building their own. I want to challenge you to create a $373 a day faceless online business, 100% live with me over the space of 3 days. No experience needed. You don't need to show your face. All you need is an internet connection, and that's it. And honestly, even just a phone could work. And what's crazy is that at the end of this 3-day live challenge, the people who apply what I teach and have success with it, I'm actually giving away $350,000 in prizes, including 1 Patek Philippe and 4 Rolexes. So click the button and I will see you at the first day of the 3-day live challenge. But here is what I need you to see when you actually visit their sales page. This thing looks like it was thrown together in 2005. I'm not even joking. There is nothing fancy about it whatsoever. No modern design, no sleek graphics, no professional branding, nothing that would make you think, wow, this looks professional. It is literally just a basic web page with text and some images. Honestly, anyone with basic computer skills could recreate this exact sales page in just a few hours. Now, on top of that basic design, there's a video at the top of the page, and this is where things get really interesting. Normally, when you see a video on a sales page, you would expect to see the founder of the business talking directly to you. You'd expect them to be on camera, telling you their personal story, building that connection with you, explaining their background. Maybe they'd even show you their workshop, talk about the 20 years of woodworking experience they have, maybe show you some of the projects they built, basically doing everything they can to build trust so you feel confident buying from them. Well, that's not what happens here at all. Instead, what you get is just an AI voiceover, an AI voice reading a script, while generic woodworking footage plays in the background. There's no human face anywhere in the video, no personal story, no, let me tell you about my journey struggling from a normal woodworker to an expert. The entire video is purely focused on the product itself and the solution it provides to woodworkers. Now, this is actually huge, and here is why. This proves that you don't need to show your face to build a successful business anymore. AI can literally handle the entire process for you. You don't need to be more comfortable on camera. You don't need to have natural charisma. You don't need to spend time building and creating content or becoming some kind of online personality. The AI tools exist right now, today, to create professional looking products without ever revealing who you are or what you look like. The entire product is completely disconnected from whoever actually created this business. It could be anyone behind it, and the customers don't care because they are focused on getting the solution to their problem. But I know what you're thinking, but it says Ted. Who's Ted? Well, if you actually try to search this Ted McGrath guy, who's supposedly the founder and gets mentioned throughout all of their sales material, you will very quickly realize he is not a real person. It is literally a fictional character that was created purely for marketing purposes. There is no real Ted McGrath, well, I'm sure there must be one in the world, well, not in this instance, who's been woodworking for decades. It is all made up. I mean, think about that for a second. This business is generating tens of thousands of dollars per month, and the founder doesn't even exist. It is a complete fiction. Now listen, I understand this might sound crazy, but let me show you why this approach is actually quite brilliant. Fame isn't what it's made out to be. Sure, it can open some doors, but it also comes with a lot of baggage that most people, quite frankly, don't see. Now, I've been well known for many years now, and if I'm being entirely honest with you, there are many times I wonder what it would be like to just go back to being anonymous. Now, don't get me wrong, I am so grateful for the platform and the opportunities that it's created, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you, but there is something so appealing about being able to build wealth without having to be online all the time, without ever having to worry about every public appearance, without having your personal life scrutinized. But then you have people like Ted, and the example I'm about to show you, who have really figured this thing out. I mean, take another example like Zinny Studio. Zinny Studio is a faceless AI generated character on YouTube that teaches you how to build faceless YouTube channels. Zinny, or whoever the person is, has never shown their face. No one knows who she is, yet she makes $16K a month with her product. What this proves is that you don't need to be an expert or show your face to create valuable digital products. The entire business is built around a fictional character, which means expertise and authority aren't actually what's driving the sales. It is the value of the solution itself that people are paying for. And that is all customers actually want anyways. People don't care about your story or your credentials or how long you've been doing something. They want a clear-cut answer that solves their problem. They want something that works, that's easy to follow, and that gets them the result that they are looking for without all of the extra noise. So in Ted's case, they found a very specific problem. Beginners who want to start woodworking struggling to find easy to follow plans. So they created a massive collection of 16,000 detailed woodworking plans that solves that exact problem. Now, here's where this gets really interesting from today's perspective. If you wanted to create 16,000 detailed woodworking plans the traditional way, the way it would have been done just a few years ago, you would need decades of hands-on woodworking experience. I mean, you would literally have to test every single project to make sure it works. You would have to document every single step of the process, create detailed blueprints for each project, write instructions that beginners could actually follow. I mean, think about the massive time investment that would need. You would be testing each project multiple times to make sure it actually works and the measurements are correct. You would be photographing every single step of the build process. You would be writing clear, detailed instructions that complete beginners could follow without getting confused. You would have to account for different skill levels, different tool requirements, and different types of wood than people might want to use. We are talking about an absolutely enormous amount of work that would literally consume years and years of your life. But today, you don't have to do any of that anymore. Today, using specialized AI tools which are built specifically for this exact job, you can synthesize information from experts all over the world from all sources imaginable. We literally have access to every piece of knowledge that exists on Earth, and we can use AI to synthesize all of that information and package it into a digital product in a matter of hours instead of years. I mean, think about it like this. Google didn't make money because they invented the internet, right? Google made money because they took all of the information that already existed on the internet, billions of web pages created by millions of different people, and they organized all of that existing information in a way that when you type in any question, that in seconds, you instantly get the answer that you're looking for. That is exactly what you can do now with specialized AI. You can identify a specific problem that people have. In this case, I want to build furniture, but I can't find good detailed woodworking plans that I can actually follow. Then you find a specialized AI tool to gather all of the expert knowledge from all around the world that solves that specific problem. Finally, you take all of that information and package it in a way that's easy for regular people to understand and actually use. You are not claiming to be the world's greatest woodworker. You are not saying that you personally invented these woodworking techniques. You are simply curating and organizing expertise that already exists out there and presenting it in a format that solves people's specific problems in a clear, organized way. And you did it in only a few hours. Now you might be thinking, okay, but that's just one example. Maybe Ted's woodworking got lucky, or maybe that's just some weird one-off thing that doesn't really prove anything. Look, I get why you would think that, and I totally get it. So what I'd like to do is show you that there are literally thousands of people using this exact same approach to make serious money. And the crazy part is that most of them are complete nobodies. They are not famous, they are not influencers, they don't have massive followings, they don't have expertise, they are just regular people who figure out this same system and are making real money with it. So the first example is Cyberflow Academy. This is a cybersecurity course on WAP that teaches people hacking skills as well as cybersecurity fundamentals. When you look at this product, you don't know who created it. They don't show their face in the video. They don't use their voice. It is an AI voice, exactly like Ted's woodworking. An AI narration explaining what the course offers, letting the product do all of the talking, and it's doing quite well. If we have a look at the numbers, as you can see on screen, this has 418 members paying $29 a month. So that's around 12K per month. If you multiply that by 12 months, that's 145K per year, all from being a completely faceless cybersecurity course that uses AI for their sales presentation. Here's another example, the ultimate guide to technical analysis. And this is basically a trading guide. Again, you don't know who created it. There's no face, there's no personal story, just organized trading knowledge, all put into one guide. And look at the numbers, 914 members at $45 each. That's over 41K just from this. I'll give you another example, how to print money on Fiverr. This one teaches people how to freelance. Same thing, completely faceless. Priced at $90 with 56 members. That is over $5,000 just from teaching people how to make money using Fiverr. Let's look at another example, under 450K, a property investment guide for DIY investors. This has 321 members paying $35 per month each. No face behind it, just the course doing the talking. That's around $11,000 teaching people how to invest in property without expensive buyer agents. And I could literally keep going on and show you hundreds more examples, but I think you get the point. Now, I know what you might be thinking after seeing all these examples. Okay, this is interesting, but how do I actually do this? What is the real process behind building one of these faceless businesses? Here's the thing, it's actually simpler than you think, and there are a few key things that you need to understand. So what I did was I created this video, a full ultimate guide on how to do exactly this, and I will link it in the description. Make sure you go watch that video after this one. It's called How to Create and Sell Digital Products, the Ultimate Guide, and it walks you through the entire process step by step. Now, before you click over to that video, I want to be real with you for a second. I have been studying successful online businesses for years now. And when I started analyzing these faceless businesses, I had two reactions. First, I was genuinely impressed by how elegant this approach is. I mean, these people figured out that you don't need to be the star of your own business to make serious money. I've seen this pattern over and over again across different industries, and it never stops amazing me how well it works. But second, I was excited. Not for them, they already figured this stuff out, but for the people like you who are just learning about this approach now, because I know what's possible when you understand this system. AI has gotten to the point where it can literally do everything for you. Need a script? AI writes it. Need a video? AI makes it. Don't want to use your own voice? AI handles that too. Same with graphics, thumbnails, whatever you need. And the best part is right now, today, you have access to everything these people use to build their business. The same AI tools, the same platforms, everything. It is all there waiting for you. The question isn't whether you can do it. Regular people are already doing it, as I just showed you. The real question is whether you're gonna do something about it now, or just keep waiting while other people live the life that you want. You can go into 2026 either being one of these people, making money completely anonymous, or wishing that you had started today. My friend, the choice is yours, but as always, I'm watching from afar and I'm rooting for you.